HIV has been a global pandemic for quite some time. And since the discovery, there has been drugs that are produced for the management of the same. And there are different types of drugs, different classes of drugs that work in different areas. And for us to understand how these drugs work, then we have to understand the HIV cycle, which is what we're getting into today. So HIV is generally short for human immunodeficiency virus. It's a virus by itself. And within the human body, it is not able to replicate in isolation, and therefore it needs help. So this HIV is able to recognize one of our very many T cells, and that is the CD4 cell. So once the HIV is in the body, it aims to look for the CD4 cell. And once it finds the CD4 cell, it has to settle on the cells, and it does that through receptors. Receptors are like shipping docks or like aeroplane hangars where like it just goes and sits and feeds. That's a receptor. So once it's there, the only way it can produce, like duplicate, is when it is inside that cell. So we have to find a way to get into the cell. Therefore, a fusion happens such that once it has docked on these receptors, this HIV starts getting into the CD4 cell. So we've docked, we've gotten inside. There's one problem though. The HIV is RNA based. RNA is a copy of genetic information. For HIV is RNA, that's its genetic copy. And then for us humans, ours is DNA. That is our type of genetic copy. The only way this HIV can now start making copies within that cell is when it converts its copy to the human kind of copy. So a process happens and the RNA is converted into DNA. So now we are sorted. This HIV DNA makes its way to the nucleus of the cell. If you could remember your science, it is like the headquarters of the cell. It makes its way to the headquarters of the cell, and it gets in and it integrates itself, its DNA, into the human DNA. And at that point, the HIV DNA has taken over. So once it's there in the headquarters, now it starts making copies of itself. It is photocopy, black and white, colored, photocopy. And these copies are normally proteins that are linked together. So once these copies are made and they're linked together, this whole photocopy, this chain of proteins, is carried to the wall of the CD4 cell. So this whole situation of converting RNA to DNA, getting to DNA, is happening inside the cell because we got in, we fused, we changed, we integrated ourselves, we've made copies. Now it's time to go out and make more copies within more cells. So these copies are carried to the wall of the cell. And at this point, they have to be assembled in such a way that it is viable and is able to make proper copies when it goes out to the other cells. So we are the cell, we have made a list of proteins, like a chain of proteins, and we're over there. So now we are ready to go take over. So this chain has to be released outside the cell so that this chain goes to another CD4 and another CD4 and another CD4, and we keep on multiplying. So this chain is released from inside of the cell wall to outside of the cell wall. And this process of releasing these proteins from inside to the outside without interfering with the integrity of these proteins is made possible because of the production of a protein called protease. It is able to release these chains in such a way that they are still viable as they go outside. And that is how the HIV takes over CD4 cells and multiplies. So this is where the drugs come in. Not all drugs work the same way. not all drugs work in the same place, and there are different classes of drugs. So now, you remember, we have eyed the CD4, now we are going to settle into the docks or the hangars, the receptors. One of the drugs works by making this process impossible in the first place, which is called an entry inhibitor. So it works in such a way that these HIVs cannot dock on the receptors. And an example of that drug is maraviroc. So step 2 was, once you've stepped on these receptors, we're not staying outside here, we have to get in and get started. And this happens by fusing the HIV into the CD4 cell. So this process also, there's a drug that works there to stop the process of this fusion, and they're called fusion inhibitors. And an example is enfavitimide. Now, step 3. Once we are inside, we are RNA based. This other cell is DNA based, and we have to convert our RNA to DNA so that we can take over the headquarters. So there's a process that goes on to convert this RNA, this HIV RNA to HIV DNA. And that process, there are also drugs that work there to stop that process. They are either NRTIs or NNRTIs. An example of the NRTI is lamivudine, and the NNRTI is efavirenz. Okay? Step 4. We've converted RNA to DNA. Now we need to go and take over the headquarters. And taking over means integrating the HIV DNA into the CD4 DNA. And this is where other class of drugs called integrase inhibitors come in. And an example is dolutegravir. From there, once you've taken over the headquarters, we need to make copies. It is occupy. And I said these copies are normally a string of proteins. And these proteins, for them to be stable, they are normally protected by what you call a capsid. A capsid is like a shell that is protecting the protein itself so that you can maintain the integrity of the copies that you are making. This is where another class of drugs work, which is called capsid inhibitors. They interfere with this key covering and make sure whatever is being produced is unstable. An example is lenacapavir. All right, now we've made copies. We need to go out and make more in other places. And you remember I said for this integrity of this string of proteins to be maintained, there has to be a way it is released. And this process was intervened by an enzyme called protease. And this is where another drug comes in. Fine, you've made your copies, but there's no way you're going out. And these drugs are called protease inhibitors. And an example is ritonavir. So you see, all through the cycle, there are drugs that work at each point to make sure as much as the process is ongoing, then at some point it is cut off and it's not finished. And that's how the HIV drugs work. HIV drugs are often not given as a monotherapy, and by monotherapy I mean being given one type of drug. Often it's normally a combination of the classes of drugs in different areas of where they work. Now you're in the know. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, then you definitely should check out this video, and don't forget to subscribe.